On this Friday's episode of In the Box, I showcase a set that I'm not exactly a true fan of. On today's card segment, I pull a card that I have no idea where it comes from. Maybe I should try to make this seem a little bit more appealing. We have got all that and more coming up on the show right now. Another Friday means another week has passed. Welcome along, everyone, to another edition of In the Box, a hockey card show on this wonderful Friday. Today on episode number 39, I've got a bit of a flashback that really has some question marks attached to it. I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm just going to cut to the chase because I'm really wanting to get to the card cam portion. Come on, can you really blame me? This week's Flashback Friday, again, we are hitting into the early 90s. I understand that such era can get quite repetitive. We all know there was a ton of products that came out during those years. It just brings me back to my childhood days. This week, we focus on the 1991-92 Topps Stadium Club. In my opinion, this card set was not exactly the norm of card sets. I suppose that could be a good thing, but yet an offsetting kind of thing. This set was relatively big, 400 cards to complete the set. The interesting thing about these cards was they actually posted the player's very first Topps card on the back, which was something quite different and odd. Although they also did have the stats of the players, they had this neat little segment just above the stats called the Sporting News Report. However, 25 cards had a variation which did not have this Sporting News Report on the back. So if you were a completionist and you wanted to get both variations, it wasn't terribly difficult considering there wasn't very many to really look for. Probably the biggest shock is the lack of rookies. Would you believe that this set only contained 7 rookie cards? Corey Millen, Andre Rasico, Kevin Haller, and Brian Marchment, to name a few, but that was nearly the whole roster. And having no inserts whatsoever in this set made it that much easier to complete it. There are a few interesting facts about this set. Probably one of the most common known facts about this set is card number 290. It features an advertisement for Upper Deck, which of course was Topps' competitor. In the background, you could clearly tell that there is a Upper Deck advertisement on the boards. Topps were slick and decided to change one of the P's in Upper to a B, yet leaving the entire Upper Deck logo fully intact, which you can see right through the net. Although I do understand why they would do something like that, but normally I'm not paying attention to the background of the card. Usually try to focus on just the player. This Topps Stadium Club set was actually overproduced. Now, I'm not necessarily speaking about the print runs because, of course, we know everything was mass-produced in the 90s. However, what I do mean is the size of the print. It was actually printed on a much larger scale and cut down to size. By doing such thing, they were able to achieve the borderless full bleed effect. What I think really stumps a lot of people, including myself, was the lack of rookie cards. The rookie class that year was absolutely cool with Hasek, Teemu Selanne, and that's just to name a couple. But none of them were in this set. Why? And for several cards, let's just say, for example, Sergei Fedorov. The back is showing his 1991 Topps rookie card. Hello? This set is also 1991. Right now, I'm completely taking a guess at probably what you're thinking. Tim, Fedorov's rookie card was in 1990. Exactly. And being that these cards are from 91 and they're showcasing his rookie card as being 1991, that just confuses everyone. Not us, though. We're professionals. We know what we're talking about. Maybe not so much me. I screw up way too much, I think. Way too much. I'd never openly admit that, though. Not on camera, anyways. I never actually had any of these growing up. However, in early 2000s, well, being on my own, I was able to order 2 boxes online and pretty much completed a set. At first, I thought they were actually pretty decent cards, but they weren't anything that was really super, oh my god! Oh my god! Over the years, it kind of started to really diminish my insight on what I thought of this set. Meh. The full bleed thing, okay, that's pretty cool. The name bar and all that stuff, meh. The best way that I can describe the back would be cartoony. That's the only word that comes to mind right now. However, I did like the idea that they showcased the player's very first Topps card. With this whole Sergei Fedorov example that I just finished talking about, you really should have got your stuff together. Because that whole thing just didn't make any sense. 7. What was that, the limit of rookie cards? One of the coolest rookie classes in the 90s. You decided to put 7 rookies. Back in the days when I was working on the hockey card database that I previously mentioned in a past episode at some point, there was one detail that I always wanted to add to every set, and that was the investment rating. Personally, I was never going to complete this rating because I wasn't in it for the investment. So a buddy of mine told me he would gladly do a 5-star investment rating for each set. We all understand and know that 90s stuff is not exactly very valuable to begin with. But even as a hobbyist like myself, the rating of this set wouldn't be very high by any means, just primarily for the lack of rookies. In any case, valuable or not, it is in fact a set that has been released into our hobby and is now just a piece of history within our hobby. We have got a segment to get into, and we are not wasting any more time. I did pick out some packs from the parcel that Scott had sent in, so that way I'm just not reaching in, constantly having the big box lying around. I just randomly grabbed some packs that we can dip into to get this show on the road. So what do you say that we get things rolling? Let's get the card cam all set up and get things started. Let's go. Not wasting any time. I am just dipping into this right away. So here are the packs that I just pulled out at random from the parcel that Scott had sent in. That way the box is not lingering about, having to reach over and get out of the camera's view and all this other stuff. So I think there should be 6 here, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we have it. And of course, as always, every Friday, we dip into a couple of packs. So, we're going to get into this right now. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday up to this point. And this episode makes it a little better for you. So here we are. We got some in the game heroes and prospects. Tavares' firsts. First overall. I don't recall if I have this entire subset, but I do remember it. I do remember it's been a while. Oh my gosh, like time flies. When was this? 2007. From in the game. So oh wow, it's amazing to think like Tavares has been in the league for quite some time. Never really think about it till you come across something like that. Jockman, Gloves of Steel from the NHL Legends set from Upper Deck. It was a really, really cool set. This is just a base card, however, but I I guess it could be a subset within the base set, I guess, with the title being Gloves of Steel, but it's a pretty neat card. Pretty neat card. We got some O-Pee-Chee Platinum Verbata. This is the, is it going to tell us on the back, these ones? Yes, the Tracks variation. It's not bad. It's not a bad design. I just honestly believe that the majority of parallel should be numbered. That's just what I think. Vertanen. This is from the Platinum Retro. Is that the update? Oh, what am I thinking about the update for? The Retro variations. You got a couple of those. So is Seth Jones. Now this set is, I'm still trying, this is from 14, right? Yeah, 14, 15. So I'm still trying to get this one completed. I don't think I need many more, but there's a few that are just completely escaping me right now because I never seem to come across any. And whenever I do, I already have them. That doesn't help me at all. So we got some more retro here. Just a quick. Oh boy, I got so many of these from 15, 16. And it makes a lot of sense because, of course, 15, 16, you know, rookie card year of McDavid. So a lot of that stuff was torn into. Phil Esposito, retro. Bobrovsky. Yeah, pretty hot in the playoffs. And Kessel, this is the rainbow variation. So, of course, I am still trying to collect the set, the normal set of this, but having the rainbow, it's pretty sweet, too. Probably have even less of those. Star Rookies, I did dip into that in the past. This one's actually very dinged up, actually. But luckily, I already have this set, so that'll probably go in a donation box because that's too damaged. And what do we got? We've got some Eurostars. The one thing that really disappointed me about this set, I'm just going to grab them all right now, was the lack of foil. I don't know. Because I'd see the logo and it's like, why didn't they spice it up? Why didn't they add like foil on these or something, right? To make it a little bit more fancier. But regardless, it was a pretty decent insert set. Got Mogilny in there, Peter Nedved, Tikkanen, Penlov, there's Mogilny again, Nedved, Fedorov right there, that's a beauty. These are actually in decent shape, considering they are from the 90s. And there's people still collecting this stuff. Like, I'm absolutely amazed. I'm part of a, I don't know if it's one or two 90s card, like it's like Junk Wax. I think the group is called like Junk Wax or something. And it's amazing how many people are actually still chasing to complete some of these sets from the 90s. And they're not terribly hard to find, some of them. Some, okay, I know some subsets, yes, they are still very, very hard to come by. But it's amazing. That's completely amazing to see that. I think that's the freaking coolest. People like what they like, you know, collect what you want, collect what you like, you know, that's what it's all about, right? It's all about having the joy and the fun of it. It's not the same for everyone. I understand that. It's mostly about this for a lot of people, but to each their own. Dave Bolin. So they score gold. I think they should, I don't know if I mentioned this in the past, but I think they should have put the gold around the whole border instead of just right here. Like, you guys running low on ink? Peter Bondra. Oh, that's a legit one. Okay, cool. Well, what year was that? I want to say 93. 93, 94. I'm probably wrong, but we'll say around there. Where they had, you know, you got the card like this, but then when you flipped it, it was just this. It was like almost like a tribute card. So it showed you their rookie card on the front like this, and then you flip it in the back, and it's like, oh, it's the 5th anniversary or whatever of that rookie or whatever. It's like, oh, okay. So I just wanted to see if it was that variation, because to me, those are just base cards, whereas these actually are the legit rookie cards. Bobby Holik and Peter Bondra. Really like that Young Guns, that logo. I really like that. That's really cool with the puck and everything. It's cool. I like that. Pretty neat. Oh, here we go. Budai, rookie class. Have that one as well, that set. Then we've got some classic. So this is hockey 1995. We got, these are the golds. So we got Shane, Kenny, Philip Odette, Mark Chouinard. I think I'm missing some for the gold variations, or maybe all of them. I don't think I'm missing all of them. I have too many cards to be missing all of them, especially from this era. But I always liked the classic releases, because it showcased, you know, the minor league stuff, and it was pretty neat. I thought it was pretty neat. I always liked it. Oh, here we go. Some MVP silver scripts. Morgan Riley and oh my God, why does this happen to me? Sveshnikov. There we go. If I still said it wrong, I don't care. Oh my jeez. Okay. Pack number 2. Getting into this. Love the variety that Scott sends. Just a little bit of everything. That's what I love about it. It keeps me occupied for hours sorting through this stuff. Especially if I don't have a checklist for it. Connor McMichael, OPG Glossy Rookies. I might be missing that one, actually. Brock McGinn, Marquee Rookie. And we got some OPG here. And as you guys know, you've seen the OPG stuff a gazillion times over and over. I understand. I apologize. You're like, oh, OPG again. Well, it's all part of the way I collect. I gotta expect to get duplicates and a lot of the same stuff sometimes. Not always, but it happens from time to time. And if you don't already know, if it's already part of my collection, it goes on to that beautiful site that you can check out in the description. Ambassadors of the Game. I was just checking this checklist yesterday. I had a nice big chunk of these Ambassadors of the Game. Like a big chunk. Like, easily over 100. And I want to say I'm missing maybe 5 or 6 to complete that subset this specific year. You think one number was in there? No. Of course not. But I might need this, because I don't even recognize a Don Cherry card. So I think I need this. Number 43. Very, very likely that I need that. So hopefully, cross my fingers. That's one of them. The preview UD choice cards. These were pretty neat. There's nothing fancy about them by any means, except for the little preview in the top there, the foil. What kind of caught me off, like not caught me off guard, but what I thought was kind of weird for years was right there in the corner. Now that's normally where they would put the hologram, but it's not a hologram. It's just a printed. It's a printed hologram, is what it is. It's not reflective or anything. It's like, if you ain't gonna put a hologram, okay, fine, but what's printing it gonna do? Like, really? So, yeah, back in the early 90s, that was the big thing, right? Like, Upper Deck's inaugural set, it was a huge deal. Like, oh, they put holograms so they can't be counterfeit. Holy moly. Nowadays, it's kind of like, whatever. Like, some kid from home can make up a hologram on his computer and whatever. Just now with technology and everything else, like it's easy to do some stuff that we couldn't do before, and I'm just having cards fly out of my hands now. Let me see if I can put them back in there. Oh, here we go. Okay, your trusted card guy here, Butterfingers. So, Patrick Poulin from Pinnacle. We did showcase this set. This is the Canadian, of course. And I never pointed it out on the Flashback Friday. I never pointed it out because I thought it was pretty obvious because I put the pictures there. But the other thing that you can tell how it's Canadian or American was the little leaf here. The American variation did not have that, of course, so that's another way that you can tell. But as mentioned, you know, the backs are bilingual. So just thought I would share that useless piece of information. Some more Tavares, Pride of Canada from previous Hockey Day in Canada. That's Cole's sake. From O-Pee-Chee, that's just the base card. Nothing fancy. There's nothing. Wonder if Scott thought maybe that was a gold variation. I don't really know. I mean, I can't say that I would never blame somebody for thinking that this would be a gold variation by any means, right? So, yeah, that's just a regular base card. That's all I'm gonna say. So, Forsberg Sports Nut, the fantasy game from MVP. And we got a Modano and a Forsberg. I have a good chunk of these as well, missing maybe 2 or 3. Winning Formula, Zetterberg. These are nice cards. For MVP being, you know, not a super high-end product or anything like that, these are pretty nice cards. Pretty nice cards. And I'm sure I'll dip into that at some point during the series. And we got a rated rookie from Donruss. Oberg. Oh my gosh. Now I actually like these. This is from Upper Deck Vintage. Early 2000s. I want to say 2002, 2003 maybe? I don't quite recall. But I really like this. I like the design. It was very simple. They had that circle with the player coming through it. And it gave it that vintage look, right? And yeah, it was just so simple, but yet it was nice. You know, they didn't put the colors of the rainbow on it, you know, they just kept it very simple. A couple of colors, that's about it. And showcase the player. Very nice. Little late, but good job, guys. Good job. And what do you got here? Biography of a Season. This set, I don't recall if I have it all in its entirety or not. But we will see eventually. Joey Juno. This is Score. This is the, is it the Golden something? Golden, I have to look now. Sorry, guys. Golden Blade? Is that what that says? I know it's golden something, but I can't. It's hard to read. It's like in yellow in the background there. I don't flipping know, but I want to say Golden Blade. That's what I want to say. The variation. It's nothing really. Like, I mean, I was gonna say there's nothing fancy about it, but it's just foil. They just added foil to it as opposed to having no foil. I guess it's a fancier subset away from the base set. Draft report. To the same guy here. Daniel Sedin. Hold on a minute. Hold on, I'm just trying to check and see here. We got Daniel Sedin, Henrik Sedin. What is this? Sedin, okay. I mean, I've seen these, but I've never really paid much attention to the actual player on the card. But I do have this entire set. It's like a subset. I can't remember how. There's not very many cards in the set, in the subset at all. I don't even think it's in the double digits. I don't think so. But I've never actually paid attention to who's on these cards. So I just thought I would do that now. And memorable seasons. To me, this is just a base card. It's a high number card. 181. So I think if I'm not mistaken, the higher numbers of this particular Upper Deck set, they were a little harder to get. So I guess to some people it's considered somewhat of an insert, kind of, sort of. But it is just part of the regular set. And we got a rookie here, Soderstrom from Metal Universe. And finishing it off with a rookie retrospective. All right, we still have a few more to go, peeps. My peeps. Check and dip into this one. Now, I saw this when it was in its packaging, and I'm like, what is that? What is that? Cartwrights. Eric Lindros, Team Canada, rookie. I have never seen these before. Don't know where they come from. It's off cut, though. Like, really bad. Very interesting, though. But I have no idea what the origin of this is at all. Yeah, I've never seen it before. No clue. I would love to dip in to find out where this comes from or what it's part of. And I'm sure some people out there, no problem. They know exactly. They have that information. So, yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. It's the only one that I have in my set. So, that's all I got on that one. That's all I got. I was never a huge Lindros fan, though. That's the thing. Never. I remember as a kid when the whole draft thing happened and caused that big freaking commotion and all that stuff. It was kind of like, yeah, my insight and my input on that was completely different than most people that were talking about at the time. But even as he entered into the NHL, yeah, I just never. I'm not saying he was a bad player or anything like that. I don't mean it in that sense, but I didn't necessarily see him the same way a lot of people did. And that's, I mean, that can go for almost any player, really. But, yeah, I wasn't a huge Lindros fan by any means. I mean, it was cool as a kid getting his card because he was all the hype. Like, oh, I gotta go to Lindros, rookie. You know, like, whatever. But aside from that, as a player, you know, yeah. Yeah. That's all I got. Thomas Harley, rookie from Allure. We got some more O-Pee-Chee again. Jordan Wheel. Sorry, guys. Thought I was going to sneeze there. Yeah, some more O-Pee-Chee. Draisaitl, Ski, Bork. Look at that. If I am not close to having the majority of the retro sets and the rookies from O-Pee-Chee of the various years that I've gotten on this show, I don't know what it's going to take. Like, let's just be honest. I had one show almost dedicated to just O-Pee-Chee. That's saying a lot. It means that a lot has come through. Morgan Geeky. And these portraits, I'm missing three. Either 2 or 3. I just checked my checklist for these. I'm missing 2 or 3 of these cards to complete this subset. Maybe this may be in here. Maybe in here. Who knows? Cress, another O-Pee-Chee rookie, and a couple more Don Cherries. Aginla. Oh, I got a few of these Aginla preview cards, which we've already seen before. Harley once again. Some more rookies here. And ending it off with Kuznetsov and the Shining Stars. Missing one. I think it's one number. Yeah, I had a stack of like different various Upper Deck inserts that I was going through the other night. And I have checklists, of course, for Upper Deck. It's the most common cards that come through. So I was going through them, and I'm like, got a stack of these, stack of these, stack of these. You'd think I'd find one or two that I was missing. No. I'm like, wow, really? Really? Oh, man. So now I got a shoebox full of Upper Deck inserts of various years, all going up on the store. That's all I got. That's all I can do right now with them. So yeah, well, it comes, it comes with the territory. Jaromir Jagr from Ultra, Fleer Ultra. Scoring Kings. This is what, 7? Is it 7, 8? Indeed, it is 7, 8. I don't know. This design wasn't too bad, but I guess after you see it so many times for so many years, it's like, you kind of just get bored of it. But it's not that bad of a design. It's alright. It's alright. Thomas Tatar. The silver scripts. Always like seeing these come through because takes me a while to get these sets freaking filled out. Oh, and here we got some Mickey D's. Some Mickey D's. Some it's what is it? I think it's like Teammates or something. Oh, it's right there. It's right on the card. Hey Tim, don't use your eyeballs or anything. You might learn something. So this is the Wayne Gretzky Teammates subset. Of course, I do have this in its entirety, but it's a pretty nice subset, really. Like how they put the player there, and then they have Gretzky in the background. It's just a little faded out, and it's all foil. So that's pretty nice. So pretty cool. The Gretzky's Great Ones, showcasing some of his teammates, and like I know Fleury probably wasn't a teammate of his, like on LA or Edmonton or anything. But however, I mean, they did play in the Olympics together, right? It's got to count for something. Mr. Coffee. Oh my gosh, same thing with Lemieux. Played in. Oh wow, Brett Hull, Chelios. Denny Savard. For a minute there, I was like, who is that? And at first, I was going to say Guy Carbonneau. At first, because I knew he was on Montreal, even though it's right there on his hat and right there on his shirt. But I didn't notice that. I was looking at his face. It was like, Guy Carbonneau. And I'm like, no, that's not Guy Carbonneau. Those are my thought processes. For that moment that I just stopped and I paused, that was the thought process. So there you go. I let you guys into my noggin there. Now, I wonder how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, sorry. There's no 8. There's 8's missing, but 9, 10. So 8 is missing. Other than that, I believe that would be the full set. It's got a bit of white on the corners, but there's no, like, the corners are still sharp though. So chipping, that's what I would say it is. I would sum it up to just like minor chipping. Comes with age, I guess. Cards are not exactly new. Some more preview from UD Choice. Is Bister, Mironov. Nothing too exciting there. Players Club, another set I'm still working on. But I still do. I have a. Let's do that. Take 2. Okay. So, I do have the majority of these, the Players Club. I'm missing very, very few. Very few. You don't see that too often, eh? Player hugging a player like that. It looks so sincere, too. Thanks for the assist. No problem, man. No problem. Do you have any stats on the back? This is Brett Lindros. You have any 33 games played, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points in 33 games as a right winger. Makes you wonder. I think they probably thought, well, Eric's good. Brett must be too. Let's bring him in the NHL. That's what I think. Bear is in for another preview card there. Where are they now? I remember these. Oh my gosh. I remember those. Dan Cloutier preview. Larionov preview. These are 2 there. Very, very thin cards, these UD Choice. Very, very thin. Pavel Bure rookie from Parkhurst. Parkhurst. Number 404. Not bad condition. It's all right. Very cool. I really liked the marble look that they had back then. I think this year, like, they had that like kind of bronze slash goldish kind of color to it. But the following year, so this is what, 1993. So yeah, so the following year it was like pretty much the same, kind of, well, very similar anyway. But it was like, but they used their colors. You know, Parker's is that emerald green, so they used the emerald green or tight, close color to that type of green. So this is not bad. That's all right. And it looks like we got a little handful here. I mean, not entirely a handful, but nice little lot here. Are they all Goudreaus? They're all Goudreaus? Oh, no. Of course. We got a bit of a theme here. This is what, the third? Was it the third? Third or fourth Tavares card we've gotten out of this little lot here? But the rest of these are all Goudreau. Johnny Goudreau from Timmy's from 1819. The gold etchings. So, anybody needs some gold etchings? I'm your guy. All right, pack number 5. Making an entrance, Patrick Kane from Score. Award winners, got that set in its entirety. It's not absolutely huge. Great player, Yager. Samsonov, retro. Eric Stahl, leader card. Yeah, Jason Arnott. This is just the base card from the SP. Or wait, hold on. Was this a oh my gosh, there was a set, or is this the subset SP? There was an actual set of SP, and then there was also a subset of SP in the early 90s. And for some strange reason, I'm drawing a blank as to which one this is. Because the subset was actually had quite a bit of cards in it too, and this is number 48. So I'm not going to make a comment on that one because I might end up being wrong. So I'm just not going to say anything there. The Electric Ice variation, Zamnov from Upper Deck. The StarQuest Blue, Theron Fleury. Artukin, retro. Bob Bourne, Legends card. Chris Neal, the rainbow variation from Opeachy. Another retro. I'm still missing a couple of these. These are the Canadian Heroes subset. Not missing a lot. I'm just missing a couple, just a few, just enough to say that I'm missing. So Botterill and Upshaw. I really, really like this set. It was just very simple, but it showcased our team, Canada, both women's and men's. It was a very cool set. Ty Conklin, retro. Ray Whitney, not to be mistaken with Ryan Whitney. So the rainbow, Bill Guerin, retro. Ron Ellis, Legends. And look at that, we got some more gold etchings. And this time we're starting with Tavares. So what, are they all Tavares? Oh, not all. Okay, so there we go. So we got some Carey Price. And the rest are Carey Price. So there we have it. So you can rest assured that those will be available on the wonderful site you can check out in the description. It's amazing, you know, it's amazing with the Tim Horton stuff, because there's usually just before the next set comes out, there's usually people that kind of browse around on the site and end up purchasing what they were missing from the previous year. And at least that's my experience. So it's so I like to hang on to some of the Timmy stuff for that reason. Put it up on the site. The In the Box shop. All right, so I didn't show you guys. I was just talking, flapping my lips while I was doing that. So this was the this is the last package. So they're all top loaders. So let's dip into this and see what is there. We've got Tony Amonte, franchise player, challenge for the cup. I don't see these too freaking awesome. I don't see these too often. However, what I was trying to say at the same time was it's freaking awesome because I just noticed, which I never did before, was there's a P and there's an F in there. And I never noticed that until just now. And that's why I screwed up my words trying to come up with two thoughts at the same time. So that's cool. I know I don't have that. I definitely don't have that. I know for a fact. Joe Thornton Shooting Stars. This is flipping cool. This is going to be nice to add to the collection from 2005-2006 Upper Deck. I actually like these. I said this before. I like this design way better than the game jersey cards that they had in the set. I preferred the Shooting Stars. Hold on. One stuck here. Another Joe Thornton. Authentic game-worn jersey. This is from the Calder Hockey? Calder Hockey from Pacific. From Specific. I can always hear somebody saying that. Like, the company is called Pacific Trading Cards, and I can always picture myself talking to somebody, and they're like, "Hey, do you have any specific cards? Because I'm missing some for the set." What cards are you looking for? The specific ones. Yeah, okay, so which ones? Specific? I know. I don't know. I don't know where I get these things from, but when I'm putting away Pacific Trading Card, sets, that's what goes through my head. One day I'll meet somebody that's like, "Hey, do you got any specific cards?" I know, guys. I get it. I'm strange. Okay. And a Young Guns checklist from series number 2. I believe this is something I am, in fact, missing. And that will go well. I'm just trying to look at the names in the back here. Kind of hard to see because the print is so small. Definitely something I will put into the collection. Another Young Guns card, Brandon Saad. Very cool card there. Young Gun, once again. Well, that one's French. Look at that. Jean-Loup. Young Wolves. Yeah, variation is in French. Very cool. Very cool. What is that? It's a Connor McDavid card. 2014. That's interesting. Okay, I've actually seen this. I've actually seen this card floating around. I just never owned one until now. So, Hot Shot, just trying to see here. 2014 Hot Shot Prospects. Okay. It looks homemade to me. Some people like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. To each their own, but some people like that. There's actually there's an auction group that I'm in. Of course, I've mentioned half a trillion times, and there's one gentleman that sells these cards that I assume, I guess he's not really technically breaking any laws. Meaning the person that makes these cards. So they're cards that are made up. As far as I know, there's no copyright being infringed on or trademarks or anything like that. But he just basically makes these cards of like celebrities and stuff, and like makes a little design or whatever, and sells them, and people buy them. And it's like, okay, well, like thinking, wow, like, Geez, probably in 24 hours, I can probably contact my buddy who's a graphic designer. I can probably go to such and such place and talk to them about the printing, and then go to that place over there for the cutting. And like I can start a whole empire of made up cards myself. Granted, you know, you're not crossing any lines with copyright or trademark or anything like that, but I don't know. Very strange, but I mean, yeah, I don't know what the deal is with this, but it's something I would definitely look into. I mean, I'm sure this is not something that they just... Hotshot prospects. Yeah, that's stumping me. Yeah. I mean, you can print something like that. Granted, you're not selling it or anything like that. That's okay. But when you start bringing in the cash, for using other people's logos and all this other stuff, now it becomes a legal issue. So, yeah, you got to be careful with that. Tyler Johnson. Ice Premieres out of 499. What else we got? Ooh, Young Guns. Young Guns. Emile Poirier. UD Canvas. I don't know. I don't know if I have this or not. I don't know. What else we got here? We've got Synergy. Ooh, it's a duos card. That's freaking nice. Out of 799. That's pretty cool. And last one of the pack is the Patrick Laine. This is the Parkhurst rookie. This is a subset, of course. But it's they consider it the blue variation, I suppose. Because the bar here, the bar there, and on the back as well. Of course, the green is the base variation or base version of it, and then they have, I think there's like red, and I think this one here, the blue, which to me doesn't look too bluish to me, but I mean, I guess it's bluer than it would be red, right? So there we have it. Okay, so I'm gonna move some of this stuff around. That's gonna be donated. And just want to check these once again. There we go. Put that over there. Put this over there. That there. And I guess those are okay there. I don't know. I had a problem with that sitting right there. Probably because my hand comes here from time to time. And we're going to dip into what we always dip into every Friday, guys. Every Friday. And if things work out my way, I have a few surprises coming our way. Once I have a short meeting at some point this week. I have a very short meeting with a gentleman, and hopefully we can figure something out. Something I would like to do on the show. But for now, we are going to dip into this OHL Slapshot pack, as I do every Friday. So let's check this out and see what we got this time. I want to say Cadot. That's what it looks like. Or is it Cadodo? I don't know. I can't tell. I think it's Cadot. I don't know. Who knows? It's too small for me to read. From the Whalers, Detroit Whalers. Cantu, North Bay Centennials. I remember that team, North Bay Centennials. That's going back a ways, wow. And Niagara Falls Thunder. Depati? That's what it looks like to me. From the Ottawa 67s. Eric Landry. Peterborough Pete's. Mullock. From the Greyhounds. Philip Poirier from the Centennials. Templeton. It's a head coach, Barry Colts. David Pekka, Belleville Bulls. David Pekka. That's right. I'm like, how do I know Pekka? How do I know Pekka? How do I know that name? How do I know that name? And then I just looked in the back with his older brother, Mike, playing for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm like, there it is. That's right. I was like, there's no David Pekka in the NHL, is there? I'm thinking about it, or like now or even before. And I'm like, no, but how do I know Pekka, right? Yeah, I gave it away right there by looking on the back. Great. And from my hometown of Sudbury, the Sudbury Wolves. Moxham? Is that Mox? That's what it looks like. Daryl Moxham. That's what it looks like to me. That font is not the best. And there we have those. So nothing super exciting. Until we get into these. You guys get all excited every time I go to dip into these. Yeah. Got so many messages. Dude, save me that stick of gum. It's still intact, dude. I don't care if it disintegrates. It's all part of the experience. Alright, it's all yours. 91-92, O-Pee-Chee Hockey. Let's see what we've got this week. Is the gum sticking this time? No, it's not. There we go. There we go. Almost a fully intact stick. Just that little piece there broke off. Okay, rub this because I know there's that bit of gum dust on there. And we have got our Dynamo Moscow card. I'm wondering what number that is. Number 41. That's pretty high of a number for this insert set. Especially for like a 90s set. Ooh, usually like the insert sets back in the 90s are, you know, like 10, 14 or something like that. Like relatively low, not 41, you know. All right, let's go back, ladies and gents. Janssens. Oh my gosh. New York Rangers. Miles O'Connor. I never really liked the Devils jersey back then. It just looks, I don't know, something about it just looked too plain, right? Yeah, it's just me. Darren Turcotte. Ooh, we've got something back there. I think, you know what? I think, all I see is that right there. That's all I see is his elbow. I'm going to say, I think that's Belfour. Calder Trophy winner at Belfour. There we have it. And again, as a kid, seeing that to be like, oh, it's an awesome card! Because it's not a base looking card, right? It doesn't look like this. You know, it looked like a specialty card, right? That was all the hype for me back then. Mark Burrow. The good old freaking Minnesota North Stars. Oh, man. Mark Hardy. Clausen. Stefan Matteau. Oh, this one's damaged on the back, too. I didn't notice that. I can feel it, though, with my finger. And ending it off with Dave Manson. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, that one's damaged, too. And it doesn't really matter, I suppose, but, well. There it is. So, with that being all said and done, what do we got? We have got our runner-up for today's episode. And that is going to fall onto this laundry, almost said laundry card. This Eric Lindros card, which is kind of fascinating me, but also stumping me at the same time. But just the fact that it's something completely different, very, very different, and that it's really, really, really grabbed my curiosity, because now I want to know what this set is all about, where it came from, all of that jive. So that is the runner-up right there. Now, we are going to get into the card of the episode, and that one goes to Specific. Yes, Specific trading cards. This Joe Thornton card is absolutely awesome. Really liking the design of it. I like how it fades out at the bottom here. They got the gold foil in all the right places. Looking really nice. I can read everything, no problem, with the exception of the actual set right here where it says Calder Hockey. That's a little bit difficult to read. I think they probably could have done without adding the foil to that. But other than that, it's a very clean looking card. You can read everything really, really well. And it's just all around just a really, really, really nice card. And plus, it's a, piece of jersey. So that all works in its favor. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is this week's Flashback Friday. No, hold on. I'm getting all screwed up now. With all that said, that is this episode's card of the episode. Surprises, surprises. Every Friday is a surprise. I mean, I guess every card segment is a surprise. However, really thoroughly enjoying opening up those 90s packs. Brings me back. I know I probably said it 500,000 times, but just brings me back to a time in my life when everything was just so simple. Oh, the innocence. Yeah, right. However, I do also want to apologize. The mic was actually glitched out at the beginning of the episode for some weird reason. I didn't notice it until much later on that the light wasn't on. I am not doing that entire segment all over again. No. Gonna have to pay closer attention to this bad boy. So I wish you a wonderful Friday, and I hope that your weekend is going to be amazing. And we will see you once again back here on In the Box of Hockey Cards Show next Tuesday. So until we meet again, remember that collecting does not have to break the bank. Until then, just keep building that amazing collection. Have a good one. Take care.